In any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll go again with Etienne. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Etienne on the toss right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They called out a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just 1 but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Now you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
From the 44, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Chargers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he works his way free all the way down down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So a nice chunk play running the football followed by that, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, maybe so, but they don't seem to be that concerned about it because when you've got a big-time runner, you will trade a few of those for those big chunk explosive runs that he provides. Those add up over time, don't they?
On 2nd and 12, Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now Lawrence down around his goal line. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, ETN. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On second down, Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up the first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the slot man goes in motion left. The slot man in motion right. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Herbert. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
On first down, Lawrence.
Etienne bringing in another one. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on third down now. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried behind the line by Shaquille Griffin on the corner blitz.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Eckler now between the tackles.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Herbert now. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. They go play action with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Final minute now in the third quarter. They go play action now. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now a first carry for their fullback. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 3/4 in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner, hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Hopkins with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now Lawrence on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Lawrence. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the on Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Running the jet sweep with Ridley, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Going deep here for Allen. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the double.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better?
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.